keep doing this, Kyle?
Yeah. Just for a couple more minutes.
All right. Wasn't it 2 minutes of game time?
You'll hear us in like a minute, okay?
Yeah. So, you know I'm not rolling, right?
Good afternoon and welcome to today's Illinois High School Association Soccer Sectional Championship. Good sportsmanship and a safe environment are top priorities for all IHSA.
Has a record of 21-1-1. Now the Celtics from Providence Catholic are 11-0 in conference, and Lemont High School is 6-0 in conference. So now you start thinking about strength of schedule. If you go to the state rankings, Max Preps always has these, and usually what we find is you want to find an error in the rankings, like Max Preps isn't doing it right or something, but the reality is over time, the Max Preps rankings have been very accurate. So they have Providence Catholic at state ranked number 34,
well, he's the only one talking.
And Lemont is a state ranked 53. Okay, and then if you look at the 2A ranking, Providence is number 9 and Lemont is number 15. So by this, it looks like Providence Catholic has a little bit of an edge. But if you look at the goals for and goals against, right, Lemont is 121-4 and only 8 given up. And then you look at Providence Catholic, who's played maybe a little tougher schedule, fewer goals for 100, and they've given up a few extra goals, 14. But it's really close. Both teams are really lopsided in the goals and goals for category. And then you start looking at the game within the game. Okay, so Alexa Thompson on defense, fantastic center back right on Providence, right? She's going to be playing defense. She's going to have her hands full with the talented midfielders in front line that Lemont has. Gabriella Karuk, Alexander Chrisman, and Ava Bergeson have really shored up the team at Lemont, and they have a will to win. Again, 21-1-1. On the other side of things, Providence Catholic, right? Forward, Maggie Walnikowski, she's a senior, scored 20 goals this past year. She gets a lot of help. Alyssa Thulin, also a senior, 9 goals. Aubrey Curry, just a freshman, 12 goals. And Gabby Tilka, a sophomore, 12 goals also. So there's a lot of firepower on Providence Catholic. This looks to be a good one. Picking a final score or a prediction, it's hard to do, but I think from here I'm going to look at a 3-1 game in favor of Providence Catholic, and it's going to depend on who scores first.
You know, partner, and I know there's a reason why that Providence Catholic has the higher seed, better strength of schedule, right? But I think there's something to say for Lemont's better record. They haven't lost since the first game of the season against a fellow Chicago Catholic League team in Marist. And I think it's going to be a tough game for Providence. I still think they're going to win, but if it's going to happen, I think it's going to be a 1-goal win for Providence. I don't think they're going to win by 2 goals or more.
Yeah, I have 3-1, and only because in a game like this, if you get behind 2-1, you have to kind of, I use the terminology loosely, pull the goalie to try to get the game tied. What happens then is there's a lot of counterattacks that go against you. So if you're ahead 2-1, unless you tie it, it's a good chance you're going to get beat 3-1. So that's what I'm predicting. I was going back and forth on will Lemont score a goal or not score a goal, but they've got between Bergeson, Chrisman, and Karuk, they've got a very, very good offense, on the field. Like we said, what was 114 goals for. They're kind of a one-directional team, though. They get the ball on one end of the field and they send it forward and let the talented forwards pass back and forth until they can get a goal. That's why I say that Alexa Thompson is going to have her hands full. Fantastic defender, but you can only guard one of those at a time for the most part.
Starting lineup for Lemont today. It's brought to you by Sports Broadcast Solutions. It'll be midfielder Abby Shrimple, defender Allison Tilley, Jace Bergeson, the senior midfielder, Gabrielle Kurek going to UIC in a couple of years, wearing number 8, Alexandra Krishman. She scored in that victory to win the Porter Cup against the host Lockport in that 2-1 victory. Senior defender Ava DeMaio. In goal today is Annabella DeMaio, obviously the twin sister of Ava. She's a forward for Lemont. Actually, Crispin's listed as a defender. So DeMaio is listed as a defender, but they're going to put her in goal tonight. Emma Hines, the freshman defender. Oh, no, she scored a goal. Okay. So this was from the previous game. She scored a goal. She's not in goal. And the goalkeeper will be Allison Tilley, number 28.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, we invite you to consider checking out the concession stand. Concession stand is located next to the east goal. And the number of items, as you can expect, we have chips for $2, candy small and large, $2 and $3 respectively, ring pops for $1.
And I'm thinking the white jerseys are a bit of an advantage. It doesn't grab the heat quite like the Providence Central Catholic jerseys grab the heat. So we'll see if the white jerseys are an advantage. I know when I used to play tennis in hot weather, I liked it as hot as it could be, right? Because then your opponent had to run in that same heat that you're in. But if you're in shape, it's easier to win. So we're going to see which team is in shape today. Now, they cannot go from goal line to goal line in this game. It's just simply too hot to do all that running. So ball control is going to be is what's going to be necessary. Providence Catholic has great ball control. They move the ball up a little bit slower, a little bit more methodical, and Lemont likes to send the ball forward to its talented forwards. Wind does make a difference. The wind is going from left to right. So it's going to be easier for Lemont to send the ball forward with the wind. On the other hand, sometimes on the fast turf, it carries over the goal line, and then you end up with a turnover.
So here we go. It'll be Lemont to kick first. It'll be Bergeson on the opening kick For Lemont, no more mascot. Used to be known as the Indians, now they just go by Lemont. What a beautiful day for soccer. It was hot an hour ago, but it has cooled down in a big way the last hour.
I don't know. My clock still says 84 degrees. I
Doesn't
think it's gotten
feel like
warmer.
it.
Well, we're up high, right? So we've got the breeze. On the field, it's hot, especially on that green AstroTurf.
Right. It's definitely at least 5 degrees colder. It was 89 as much as 4 o'clock this afternoon. One of those in-betweener games, right? It's not a 7 o'clock start, but it's not right in the middle of the day at 2 o'clock. It's at 5:30 right in the middle.
Well, and that's where you want ball control. That's the most. That's what you want. Because with ball control, the ball does the running. You don't have to do as much running.
As we'll have a throw-in coming up for Lemont.
This is a very good start for Lemont. Oh, off the referee there. This is a very good start for Lemont. Ball possession in the forward third. They're going to give the ball back to Lemont on that deflection off the ref.
Kicked forward and Providence on the steal. Remember, the goal is towards the end of the end zone. So it's 8 yards back of the goal line.
I thought you were going to say the goal was to score more goals than the other guy.
As it'll be Providence with the ball right now. It's Thulin, one of the best assist players on this Providence team. As that crosser, no one home to receive it.
You know, a little bit of wind pushed that away from the net. If the wind was going the other direction or spin was the other direction on that ball, that might have gone in. I think it was an intended crossing pass.
As that throw in, stolen away by Providence. Thulin on the pass as it's sent over to Curry, the freshman. Long kick. And Parter, I didn't love that shot because she did have a teammate to the right of her for a pass.
Yeah, and she also wasn't guarded. And I'm not a fan of shooting it from that far away. It's right at the goalie. Turns out that's an easy turnover. But she is a freshman. She'll get better.
Parter, do you think that hit the elbow of a Lemont player? That would have been a free kick near midfield for Providence.
Yeah, I didn't actually see the play. I was still looking back at the goalie. But if the elbow is right next to the body, then they won't call any kind of a handball. But if the elbow is extended, then they could call a handball and be a free kick. But right now it's a throw-in from the side.
In playoff games like this, as the competition gets better, it looked like it might have touched shoulder instead of elbow. So the ref gives the players the benefit of the doubt and they play on. But possession is so important. Even free kicks at midfield where Lamont's not in danger territory, that's one less possession they'll have for the rest of the game.
Well, right now, Lemont, even though they have ball instantly right now, they just sent it, and that's what they like to do. They like to send it, but that loses possessions as well. And every possession in a game like this does matter. So turnovers are not what you want to do. So the Providence kicked their ball on net just with no power on it, and then Lemont gave the ball up with a send to nobody. I do like when teams press, because then the ball goes out of bounds like that, and then they get the ball back in the front third.
Throw-in coming up for Lemont as it's Davey to take it.
Yeah, I don't think you can go giving away turnovers on the throw-ins.
Bradick will send it back to her own zone. Hines on it now. And a quick kick from Lemont. They send it forward off the body of DeMaio. The DeMaio twins trying to find their way into the state quarterfinals.
Yeah, Lemont is highly skilled up front and at midfield.
Remember, it's not been exactly rainbows and sunshine for Providence to get to this point. They almost lost to Kankakee. It was a 2-1 win a couple of games ago. They did outshoot them, though, 26-8. But at the end of the day, Parter, when you get to the playoffs, it doesn't really matter about those other stats. All that matters is one.
Well, yeah, true. In some sports, like using volleyball as an example, it's hard to pull an upset. You got to score 25 points twice or three times, depending on high school or college. In soccer here, the ball can just take an awkward bounce, hit an own goal, something like that, just a weird deflection. Now you're behind 1-0, you press to get that 1-goal lead, then somebody else scores again, and upsets happen. So a record like 21-1-1 that Lemont has, that's no accident, and boy, they know what they're doing. On the other hand, Celtics, 18-4-3, very strong team too.
I guess the question is, of those 21 victories, how many of them were quality opponents that Providence played? Was there similarities in who Providence played versus who Lemont played?
Well, there's definitely a different schedule, right? One being in the Catholic League and the other being public. But Nonetheless, what we're seeing here, so much is a pretty even game. We're seeing a lot. I mean, I guess everything's turnover until you score, right? But I would like to see a little bit more possession, a little bit more sustained possession by either team, especially by Lemont, because they tend to be one-directional forward. But so far, if you had to put the little chess clock on these two teams, I'm not convinced that Lemont hasn't had more possession time than Providence Catholic.
Ooh, dangerous pass. And luckily, Providence remains in possession.
Yeah, a lot of confidence in the defense. They're not getting a lot of help from the midfielders, and they are getting pressured from Lemont. And I like the pressure from Lemont.
As a header near the 40-yard line. And like we said, each net is 8 yards back of the goal line. So when we say they're at the 40, it means they're 48 yards away from the goal. Ooh, I don't know, Bob. I think that was a foul on Lemont.
I very well could have been. She's playing almost a sweeper position, center back on defense, nearest to the goalie. It's not a straight line on defense that we're more accustomed to, but there are 3 players back on D.
Lead pass. It's a tough spot, but a good break for Lemont as that ball found its way past the end line and a goal kick coming up. Otherwise, it would have been a throw-in near the corner flag, which is a tough throw-in for any player.
Well, that's the difference between playing on grass and turf, right? So grass, the ball is slower. On turf, it just keeps rolling.
And we have the wind blowing out too, so the ball's gonna pick up a little bit, especially as we get closer to the evening hours. So we're gonna see probably more goal kicks than throw-ins on those balls that are slowly moving towards the end line.
Now this is what I thought we were going to see more of. A little bit more ball control. That got sent the wrong direction, but a little bit more ball control from Providence once they get it. They tend to pass the ball a few more times and not as much upfield. But this will be a goal kick on that errant pass.
Partner, it might be one of those games where each team has less than 5 shots on goal each. As a goalkeeper, how do you stay focused to make sure a ball doesn't get past you?
Yeah, well, I mean, you stay alert for one. Of course, you have to be good positioning, good training, and all that stuff. But I'm thinking there's going to be more than 5 shots on goal. I think both these teams have prolific offenses, and the defenses are going to be hard-pressed to keep up.
It's early on, but ball possession has been a problem for both teams. They're going to play on. It's stolen away. Lemont has the advantage. Look at that move. Creates separation past the 10-yard line, and finally stolen away by Providence. But it forces a turnover, as all she could do was just do a turnaround kick and a throw-in deep in the territory of the Celtics.
Yeah, I can't believe I'm going to say this, but I think a good old-fashioned SGA flop might have been in order there. You're in the penalty box area. You're not going to be able to score from that position. You go into the defender a little bit, you fall down, you let the ref make a call. But you hate to have an issue like that. Like, you don't want a penalty kick to get to determine the outcome of the game being the first goal. So we have another throw-in from the side.
Corner kick coming up for Lemont. Actually, no, it's going to be a throw-in as it's near the corner.
So this is the first set piece we've got. I lied, it's going to be a goal kick. From very far away from the goalie. Just a free kick from there is all it was.
What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on?
So both teams get the ball stolen multiple times in a row here. It's basically a giant scrum for the ball, now centered. A lot of defense is there for Providence Catholic, and they start pulling out of it. Back to midfield and sent forward again to nobody. That'll be a turnover. Very good hustle by both teams. Lots of turnovers right in a row. This is where you want to spread out and let the ball do the running for you, which is what Providence Catholic did on display. Good footwork here. Centered again to nobody. So this will be another turnover.
Back at the 20-yard line and then sent forward off the body and then headed over to the 45-yard line.
Yeah, a lot of excitement there last couple minutes.
entering the game for the Celtics, number 6, Quinn Zerdanovic.
So the first sub of the game happens on this really warm day. It is cooling off, though, it seems like. The wind is picking up.
Zdralovic scored the game winner against Kankakee. As past midfield, having it briefly was Ortiz.
Oh, perfect pass. Oh, maybe not so perfect.
Lemont on the steal.
Read very well on that steal, we might say.
This is a Providence Catholic team that has won the Girls Catholic Athletic Conference for the 3rd year in a row. 2 years ago, before Mike Taylor took over, that's going to be a goal kick coming up for Lemont. She was in a tough spot, partner, but maybe Coach Taylor wants her player to stop the ball and just try to redirect the pass, because just trying to force a shot, she was in a tough area and it just becomes a turnover and a goal kick coming up for Lemont.
Well, what she was going for was a corner kick, because all that defender had to do is have it deflect off the defender. It would have gone behind the goal. It would have been a corner kick. I thought that was actually a pretty intelligent play on her part. I'm a little surprised it didn't hit the defender, but the referee on the field said no. But I liked the attempt, because if you can get a shot from the corner, I mean, there's a high percentage of those that end up going in.
Off the head and near the 20-yard line.
I think what Providence Catholic is learning, though, is tough going on Lamont's defense as well.
Lemont on the steal as they're looking to push in the midfield. As it was stolen away by Curry and out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in for Lemont. Four shots for Providence, 1 for Lemont. So you talked about, partner, that there's going to be more than 5. As that was close to a handball. Now a call. This is going to be interesting. The hand goes the other way, so it's going to be called against Providence. A lot was happening there, partner. Almost a handball as well, but they're going to call the foul on Providence.
Yeah, they get a free kick back from their third of the field, so it's really no danger against Providence Catholic on this. Just uses up a little time to go get the ball back. The referee always has to decide, is it better to blow the whistle, give them the ball back, or let the play go, as an advantage. But he decided, I'm going to call it, put the free kick here. Now my guess is they're going to bomb it downfield. There's only 3 strikers up front.
If this game goes to penalty kicks, look, we got a long way to go, but both defenses are very good. Would it be advantage Providence Catholic because they're on their own home pitch, or advantage Lemont because of the confidence they have not losing a game since mid-March?
Yeah, how's this for a wishy-washy answer? Usually it's an advantage for the underdog, because the underdog, if they weren't going to score goals to win the game, they want to go to penalty kicks. And then, of course, they've been working on penalty kicks all week, for example. But here, it's really tough to decide who the underdog really is.
The better record is Lemont, but the higher seed is Providence.
Yeah, and not by a whole lot, especially when seeding and rankings is so nebulous and hard to do. But Max Preps has over the years proven to me that they're actually pretty darned accurate. So Providence Catholic is definitely the favorite, but not by a lot.
Well, they're leading in terms of shots, so they've been the better team thus far.
But we can't say that they've held on to the ball. I thought they would hold on to the ball longer in comparison, and it's been about even.
Just Lemont hasn't had many opportunities past midfield. They haven't had the ball that much.
There's another one of the sends upfield. Now she needs help.
Yeah, it seems like every time Providence sends it up, they've got 2 or 3 forwards to help out. Lemont, it just feels like it's 1-on-2 or 1-on-3 every time. Right,
and what Lemont, of course, is hoping for is for that 1-on-3 or 1-on-2 to turn into like a 3-on-2 or a 2-on-1 somewhere. And they're not getting a lot of midfield help on the sends because the ball gets up there faster than the midfielders want to run up that way.
And that's going to be a set piece coming up. Corner kick, and the Lemont fans are very pumped up.
And that's what Lemont wants. You get a goal early in the game on one of these, it could be very, very tough. It looks to me like the Lemont defense is pretty strong, hence the 21-1-1 record. So it's not going to be easy that if Providence Catholic gives up the first goal on something like this, that they can get back in the game. Only 2 defenders back there at midfield. Providence Catholic brought everybody back to prevent something from happening here.
It's going to be Wheel on the kick. Slow-moving ball, no header. And it's from the 15-yard line. They'll just regroup. You would have liked to get a secondary shot after they couldn't get the header off the corner, and it'll be grabbed by Razaka.
So you're going to call that a shot on goal on the stats? A little roller from midfield to the goalie.
I think it was an attempted pass. So we'll see what our stat crew scoreboard stat technicians say on that, but probably just a pass. So it's 4-2 right now as Lemont with their second shot. As that roller, as it finds the way to the midfield line. Off the right foot. And read well by Providence. Stolen by Lemont, and back and forth we go. After it was Wheel. Now with it is Keurig. We haven't said her name a lot. Look at that no-look pass to Keurig. Keurig trying to create space. And an excellent play by Thompson to get it out of danger territory. But here we go, Lemont on the attack deep in Providence end. The Celtics trying to break it out. Off the body, still loose. This is so big. Who touched it last? Flag goes up, goal kick. Man, that was close.
And those are so important. Although that first corner kick didn't look like it had too much, didn't have legs on that play. But eventually you keep kicking them from the corner, and one of those gets bounced in.
So, partner, we are right now in the 16th minute. 6 total shots, just 1 corner kick for either team. And a foul on the play. That's been problematic, though, for Providence. They got to avoid these fouls, Bob. How do they do that?
Well, I'm not so sure they do. It's in midfield. You want to be aggressive. You want to try to get the ball back. And if you aren't aggressive, you probably won't get the ball back. And giving up a free kick at midfield isn't hurting you any. You don't want to give up those free kicks in your third of the field, though. So there's really no harm in a foul at midfield like this. And if you're more aggressive and it turns into a couple of steals or two or a turnover or two, that's okay. But this will be a bomb on the, even though it's kind of a kick from the middle, on the far post will be the bomb. Let's see if it gets any kind of a deflection.
More than 50 yards out. Little soft liner headed away, but Lemont will remain in possession, at least for now. After it was 3 in Curry. No, sorry, that's 3 in Schrippel. As Curry after it.
Yeah, both teams had to work to get that ball.
This is still a very young Providence team. They could very much be in the sectional championship game next year. They just have 3 seniors. And how about this, partner? For underclassmen, for the Celtics, 9 sophomores, 8 freshmen.
Yeah, that bodes well for the future, that's for certain.
We talked about Gabriella Raxica. Just 2 shots for Lemont, the goalkeeper for the Celtics. She played at Oak Forest High School her freshman year and then transferred to Providence Catholic in 2025. 15 shutouts this season. And look, it's not just the goalkeeper, the defense and the teammates of the goalkeeper factor into it, but still 15 clean sheets is 15 clean sheets.
Yeah, but then you start looking at how goals against, just 14 goals against, right? And how many games did they play, right? 25 games. So that's a lot of shutouts. Very few shots on goal for the whole entire season.
This is a dangerous free kick, though, partner, inside the 10-yard line.
Yes, it is. Right-footed kicker. It'll curl toward the goal with the wind.
Let's see if she tries to go straight through the wall. She does. Raxica might have got a late break on it, but it went off the side of the net and a break for the Celtic.
Yeah, that unfortunately was a wide kick. She was going for it, a one-hopper into the net.
It's so tough, though, to go to the weak side because the wall's in front of you and you have so little space because the goalkeeper is playing near post.
Some nice footwork here.
It was a crosser, partner, but too much on it. Read well by the goalkeeper for Lemont, as that's Allison Tilley.
Yeah, that's definitely not a quality shot on, but a shot right at the goalie on the near post. I think she was probably trying to get it higher and on the far post.
Past the midway line.
Good steal.
Yep. Providence on the steal.
But they don't have numbers. Lamont's defense is absolutely swarming on this.
Savarino with it. She leads the team in assists with 13. She's forced to the boundary. And partner, you don't have to kick that ball if you're Savarino. That ball was so close to the corner flag, forced Lemont into a tough throw-in. Now it's going to be an easier throw-in coming up for Lemont. Or are they going to say, nope, it is a throw-in? At first, it looked like she was going to do a free kick, but
Yeah, and Lemont had 7 defenders back on that. I think Providence Catholic, what they need to do is pull the ball back, hold on to it, kind of regroup, and then switch sides.
it's the game within the game today is so important in this sectional championship game. As we have our first report coming up from Stephen Taylor near the box, and Providence still in possession. Stephen, no score right now. Providence Catholic, the advantage in terms of shots and ball possession right now.
So it's really shown out where Providence Catholic has performed well on defense. It starts and ends there. They've had a lot of control of the ball and limited possession by Lemont in the 18-foot box. You've already seen Alyssa Thulin. She's really trying to spring her team through the midfield. Lots of control, and that's when Lamont's back end really steps up, shutting down a lot of those opportunities.
What have the coaching staffs, Prangen for Lemont and Taylor for Providence Catholic, said early on in this match?
So the first thing that Mike Taylor said was that the passes aren't connecting, and that's why we still have a 0-0 score. But he's also saying don't just kick. It's not just where you kick it, it's how much control you have over it.
And what have you heard from the players on both benches?
Both of them are starting to get a little antsy. They really thought, both of them at very high-scoring teams, they really thought there would be something on the board by this point.
All right, Stephen, thank you so much. We'll see you closer to halftime. Still no score near the boundary of Severino's lead kick. She was trying to feed it to Gabriella Tilka. Tilka with 12 goals, 11 assists, goes out of bounds. The flag goes up and a throw-in awarded for the Celtics.
Interesting. So the coaching staff says they're surprised the goal hasn't been scored until now. Now, he did say that both offenses were kind of prolific, but both defenses are proving to be pretty stout as well.
Right. Remember, it was a 7-0 win in Providence Catholic last win over Tinley Park to get to this point. And in the sectional semis, Lemont defeated Mother Macaulay 3-1. So both defenses, that's a total of 1 goal against. Foul on the play, Bob. I didn't love the call. What say you?
Well, that's what the fans are saying down here, too. In some ways, I like it. He's the ref. We're up here, right? But in some ways, I like it. He's controlling the game in terms of he's not going to let the physicality get rough. So in a lot of ways, for no other reason, I like that. Plus, there's really no harm done for that kind of a foul at midfield anyway. So he's not like changing the game by calling that, but he is controlling the game by calling that. Frankly, I kind of like the call, even though I would say most of the fans didn't.
So now when we say 6 shots versus 3 from Lemont, some of these you could maybe be construed as crossers. But because it's also a playoff game, they might be shots because maybe the goalkeeper drops it and then a rebound happens on the other side.
Well, and deflections, and that's what we're saying. Soccer, sometimes unexpected things happen. First off, you have to figure out who the favorite is, and then it's an advantage, for the not for the favorite team for those deflections to kind of even up games. But this is 2 very talented teams. There's a steal right down the middle. Look out.
Good lead pass. Chance for Lemont in the box. Shot. Raxica with a beautiful save. Tough angle, but regardless, Raxica with a nice save.
What a great shot, though.
And Parter, I like the aggression there by Wheel. She knew she had a tough angle, but look, they haven't had good opportunities for most of this match thus far. You got to take them, even if they're not fantastic opportunities.
Oh, I like that angle, and she didn't need a whole lot of space to kick that. I think if I'm Providence Catholic, I'm going to mark her a little closer from now on. That was just a terrific play, and if the ball was a little bit more to the left, it would have been a goal.
Only problem is she shot it right at Raxica. Next time you want to go far post if you can.
Yeah, but she has a lot of speed on that ball, so that means the goalkeeper cannot cover as much as the net. When it's an easy, slow shot, the goalkeeper can, guard the whole net, well, almost the whole net, right? But on a shot like that.
Back and forth we go with the headers. And that ball will find its way still in Lemont territory.
And they've got numbers. Let's see what happens. It's stolen away.
Might have been a push-off from Providence, but the ref says play on. In a game like this, Bob, the no calls are very important, as well as the calls that are made by the ref.
Well, there's no call for a call there. I mean, she just pushed her shoulder, which is what you're supposed to do on defense, and she stole the ball appropriately, legally. It's nice defensive play.
In the box.
That's where you got to be careful. Those slide tackles, you got to get the ball first. If you get the feet of the opposing player in the 18-yard box.
Right, 18-yard box or 16-meter box.
Right.
Now, it's a European game, right? It was invented. Now, the British say that the British invented it. So do we call it the 16-meter or the 18-yard box?
I think you're in America. This is an 18-yard box.
Okay. And interesting.
I was reacting to that because during the in-game report, right? It was a 6 or an 18-foot box.
Did Steven say foot?
He did.
All right, we'll have to tell him. He could say feet, but you'd have to do 18 times 3, which is the 54-foot
Yeah, the
box.
54-foot box, right? And I think she kicked that, 12 feet over that net.
Should we also convert to inches or no?
I don't think I can do that anymore. I used to be a math major, right? But no, that ball got kicked over the post, the field goal. And again, I didn't. That's another one of those turnovers where you get the ball a little too far away, straight on. You're hoping for a world-class type of kick into one of the corners, and you get a 1-goal lead on that. But if you don't get that, that's a turnover. The other team has the ball. Hence, a low-scoring game here because of all the turnovers. Oh, way to avoid the push. And sent, but again, nobody there.
Yeah, the through ball might have been a lack of communication between midfielder and forward. A lot on it, and easily read by Rigzaka.
Well, the scouting report absolutely is accurate on Lemont sending the ball. That's their preferred mode of moving the ball upfield, but nobody there on the end of it.
We talked a lot about Kurek. We talked a lot about Wolniowski, but is it going to have to be the role players that are going to pay dividends today for both Lemont and the Celtics?
I'm going to go out on the limb, and it's going to be the stars that score. I mean, that's why they are stars, because they are the most likely person to score the goal or get the assist. So I'm going to go with it. If and when Providence Catholic scores, Wolniowski will be a part of it, one end or another. She'll be either getting the assist. She's got 22 of those this year. It's going to be a goal. She's got 20 of those goals this year, leading scorer. They will miss her next year. They'll miss Alyssa Thulin next year, but they have a lot, as you said, a lot of young players to take their spots.
Over near the boundary, as with it right now is Aragoni, the sophomore. Aragoni in the box! And I'm not sure if she was trying to create separation or a shot. Meanwhile, it was easily defended by Lemont.
Well, that was a pass. The problem with a pass is you can't pass it too hard because you're leading one of your teammates, right? But that pass, therefore, because it was slow, was able to get stopped. If that pass was a kind of a frozen rope, it would have gotten through, but nobody would have been able to be there to receive the pass.
Fans love it. Bergeson into the game, the junior defender.
Keeping players fresh in this hot field is very good, but, taking anybody out from the Lemont defense, it's, you've got to raise an eyebrow. Lamont's been playing fantastic on defense so far.
Bob, what a career that Rick Prangen has had for Lemont. He's never won the state championship. This is his last season. He's calling it quits after this year for Lemont. We still have a long way to go to the state championship game, but like we said before, they haven't lost since March. If they somehow beat Providence today on the road, they would only need 3 more wins to give him what he never got, a state championship.
Well, and coaches matter. Obviously a good coach for a lot of years, right? So when another coach comes in and takes a spot, it's going to be hard to replicate the success that he's had.
Bob, we talked about the game within the game, and you said that it might be advantageous for Lemont to have the penalty kicks over Providence. So the game within the game, if we're in the 85th, 86th minute, would Coach Prangen be conservative to play for the PKs, and would Providence be overly aggressive to avoid the PKs?
Well, judging from what I've seen today, here we go. What I've seen today so far, Lemont has just been absolutely focused on defense. They have some fantastic midfielders and scoring punch, right? But they've been focused on defense. They're definitely the kind of a team that can be a champion because they understand the value of defense. So they're shutting down a very strong Providence Catholic offense. So I think what you're going to see is continued focus on defense, and so you might say late in the game, if it's still scoreless or something like that, they'll focus on D. Well, they've been focusing on D since the beginning of the game so far.
Good call by the ref. That's a big call in a close game like this. It clearly
Entering the game for the Celtics,
went past the end line. It was touched by Lemont.
Yeah, every possession matters. You don't get quality shots, but maybe once every 3 minutes. And when you let the ball go at the other end, it takes you against a good team a long time to get that ball back.
So Severino 15 in the game. Eileen Marquez is 17.
That was a perfectly feathered pass. You can see some slower runners as the game progresses. It's hard to run top speed the whole game.
Left-footed pass in the middle. And now Aragoni with it. Aragoni sending it forward over to Thulin in the box. And Lemont just trying to clear. Good job keeping their composure. Passed her to herself and a beauty by Wheel. She's been all over the pitch tonight, and Wheel still has it.
Yeah,
Wheel with
good.
numbers, 3-on-3. Wheel.
Perfect
Beautiful
feathered
through
pass.
ball, breakaway coming up, shot, goal! What a pass! What a finish! What a player, Madison Wheel, finishing the play with a fantastic pass.
Lemont's goal scored by number 8, Gabrielle Couric.
Gabriella Couric gets credited with the goal, partner, but that was all Madison Wheel creating havoc in the offensive end.
She got past the one defender, then when there were two defenders more in her way, she feathered the pass right between the two to an onside Couric, and effectively an easy goal. You want to say it was an easy goal, but you know, it really wasn't. The goalie had the angle cut down. The ball had to hit the post and then angle in. Just a perfect shot, though. But now this is trouble for Providence Catholic. They're going to have to put a lot more emphasis on their offense because you don't want to, let this 1-0 lead languish for too long. And Lemont has been proving to be excellent on defense. So Providence Catholic might be taking a look at their game strategy here, and they might step it up with a little bit more offense, move a midfielder up to one less defender, something a little bit more aggressive, which could lead to some very talented Lemont counterattacks. Yeah, we were treated to a highlight goal on that one.
It started at the 40-yard line, created separation, then a beautiful play. And when you can create separation like that, it forces the defense to key in on you. And then Couric, who usually is never open, was wide open, the one player you don't want to be open. And then once Couric has a shot at point-blank range like that, she's not going to miss.
Well, it was a perfectly feathered pass in between the two defenders. But it was very intentional, absolutely not accidental. It wasn't like, oh, look at me. It just happened to go through the defenders.
Right.
Uh-oh, get up. Don't be hurt.
And now we are almost even in terms of shots, 6-5 now. Providence Catholic still in the lead. Only thing that matters is the scoreboard. Lemont 1, Providence Catholic 0.
Now here's where very talented forwards have the ball. No call there. The talented forwards have the ball. They need to wait for their midfielders to get back, but they don't like to wait because they want low numbers. They want a 3-on-3, but right now it's like 3-on-7.
Well, Couric has the only goal today, as I'm not sure about that shot. It's going to be a goal kick coming up. They had the ball possession. They have the lead. I don't love that decision right there from that shot near the 30-yard line.
No, when we used to play in the Sandlot games, that was a great shot because it eats up a lot of time. It's over the net.
Right.
But here they've got
maybe in the second half that's okay, but in the first half you kind of want to maximize your opportunities.
Yeah, I don't know. With 9 minutes to go, 9:24 to go yet here in the first half, taking a little bit of time off the clock, subbing somebody in, that's probably going to be Lemont's strategy. Keep the strong defense. Hopefully that one goal stands for them.
In a game like this, we talked about Aubrey Curry, the freshman, played in the Olympic Development Program, a 3-on-3 national champion in 2023, but she hasn't played in a game like this. Does that factor in, being a freshman, not being an upperclassman? Will she feel the pressure as we get closer to the 75th minute?
Oh, well, no doubt she will, and of course, she's going to grow from it quickly. It's amazing how fast players improve. They need these kinds of moments. I'm not going to like this shot. Yeah, this is a turnover. If you're going to shoot from that far away, first off, it has to be on net. You have to maybe hope for a deflection. I would prefer a little bit more ball control. Try to get a higher quality shot. Because here again, like we said, every 3 minutes. So it's 8:27 now. So Providence Catholic might not get another quality shot until like 5:23.
We talked a lot about Maggie Wolniakowski. She's pretty dormant right now, but it's just the first half. She plans to attend Auburn to become a physical therapist, but she will not play sports in college. She works on her free kicks a lot with her dad every weekend, and she scored a goal against Lincoln Way Central for a 1-1 tie, as Lincoln Way Central considered one of the best teams in all of 3A. Meanwhile, Providence on the attack, led by Aragoni, sending it over to Tilka. Slow-moving ball. Lemont read it all the way. And after it right now is Aragoni. Sorry, that's 7 in Bergeson. And now on the boundary, here comes Lemont.
Yeah, they got a 3-on-2. They've got numbers. Now it's 3-on-4.
As that pass from number 8 in Couric.
You can tell Lemont's used to this, where they have just 2 or 3 attackers on the ball. The midfielders are not pushing up. The midfielders are very disciplined, staying back, so they're going to prevent any kind of a counter. Should get the corner on this, yeah.
So, partner, when you're the defender there and you know that the forward has run out of room, should you give her space to try to, in the basketball terms, pull the chair underneath her, or do you play tough and hopefully she makes a mistake Instead, she didn't, and she knew that you were there, and she kicked it off your foot for the corner kick.
Yeah, it's such a tough decision. You have to make it quickly, too. You don't want her to have a shot where she can cross from there either. You try to steer the ball into the field or, to the sideline. You don't want to have a corner kick as a result.
Up in the air, and Raxica makes a beautiful play.
She did. Almost looks like it could go through her fingers.
If Lemont had scored there, I wouldn't say the dagger, but, man, it would have been an uphill battle for Providence Catholic.
Well, it's only one goal game, but it's still going to be an uphill battle. This Lemont defense is staying back, 3 or 4 defenders, 4 or 3 midfielders. They're staying disciplined. They're letting their offense do the job. I was going to say, could have been a free kick there.
I don't know. I thought she fell down after the ball was stolen away. What do you think?
I kind of like the call. Both of the defenders were, trapping her from the side, and one of them probably did trip her.
Have the calls been consistent? That's all you ask for both coaching staff.
I think the referees, frankly, have done an outstanding job in this game. And they are calling it, I'll say, relatively tight, so not too much, physical stuff can happen. But now in this free kick, there's only 5 players at the 10-yard line, which is really the 20-yard line-ish.
Yeah, remember, the goal is 8 to 9 yards back of the goal line. Up in the air. And Raxica played it well, played it to the post, and knew that I don't have to touch it if it goes to the right of the post.
Well, she did a good job, right? She went to the side, jumped up, so if it was in the corner, we think she would have hit it. And, of course, the ball ended up wide, and she didn't touch that. So, I mean, textbook, goalkeeping on that one. A wide kick on the free kick. I think it was a wise shot to make. It's easier to kick it from there into the goal than to hope for a weird deflection.
Is it harder to catch the ball when it goes to the right or left of the post?
It's always easier to catch if it's curling towards you. It's those ones that are curling away from you that are hard to judge.
And it was definitely curling away from her because she was coming from the left post to the right.
Yeah, it was a good shot. I thought actually it was on net, but the curve was a little too much. The bend on the ball took it outside the net. But here you're looking back at the defense, and it's almost like the midfielders have the defensive line, and then there's 2 sweepers behind them. Right now, Lemont is not letting anybody get behind them.
At the 25-yard line.
And you don't have to win 2-0. You only got to win 1-0. So I wouldn't be surprised in the second half to see one of those talented midfielders pull back on defense a lot as well.
Over to the boundary. As with it is Aragoni. Sends it over to Savarino. Savarino on her left foot. Savarino still has it, creates separation, and she's looking for the crosser. Gets it up in the air. Great job playing it off her chest to avoid the handball, and then clears it.
Yeah, you don't want a handball. No kind of penalty in the box. Lamont's got to do everything it can to keep the ball out of the box so they can't have an accident where a penalty kick would tie the game up.
Partner, how could Providence Catholic give it to Wolniakowski, number 20?
Well, one way to do it would be whichever side of the field she is on, bring the ball up on the other and then switch sides so that she'll have more field to work with.
Robbins, just a freshman, into the pitch, and I apologize, Wolniakowski is number 12, 20 is Lotz.
But if you get her the ball with a little bit more room to roam, Lamont's defense is just doing a tremendous job swarming on the ball. So if you switch sides, she'll be waiting for the ball, and the defense will have to run toward it. So that would be one way to give her the ball in space. But if you're Lemont, you also know about her, and you're marking her close. You're not going to let her shoot a 3-ball from the corner.
Bob, we haven't seen any injuries, not too many throw-ins where the ball went outside the pitch and they had to chase it. So we'll get maybe 1 or 2 minutes of extra time.
Well, I don't think you'll get any.
No?
Probably not, yeah.
So time running out in this first half. Under 3 minutes to go. As Bob says, we will not have extra time. I'm with you. If we have it, it'll be 1 or 2 minutes. Just haven't said Wolniakowski's name a lot. She's number 12. Hasn't had the ball that much.
That's that Lemont defense. They're swarming, and they know where she is. As they should. It's a well-coached team, a very well-scouted game, and Providence Catholic has to be a little bit concerned here, down a goal after the first half.
At the same time, because they had that test against Kankakee where they outshot Kankakee but still almost lost, will that help them in this game? Where they're kind of outplaying Lemont, but they're still losing.
Yeah, I don't know. Lamont's just a different team. I mean, Lemont, you can watch them and you can tell that this team is top notch. And you can see why they're 21-1-1.
They're forcing somebody else but number 12 to beat them. And if it's not going to be Wolnikowski, it'll probably have to be Tilka. We'll give you some notes about Tilka in a second here.
Well, I think Lemont's going to tell you that nobody's going to beat them. I mean, this defense is just, not dentable. Right now they've got 8 people back on it. So there's just nowhere to go.
She plays for Steel City, the women's team, and they call her Tilka Time. 2-year starter, 2-year all-conference. She plays both forward and midfielder.
Steel City, we've never seen them before.
Just the men, haven't done the women yet. That's a header pass, back and forth with the headers.
I like to send, clear it, take some time off the clock. There's just a minute to go. It's going to take the whole minute for Providence Catholic to get the ball moved up. And the clock is definitely the friend here now going forward for the whole entire game for Lemont. And there's a turnover.
And for Providence, look.
Now it's a 3-on-4.
Providence with numbers on defense, trying to break through the D and can't. The send to no one, Lemont steals, and Lemont might end the match with the final possession of the first half.
Yeah, they pushed it back to the midfielders. I'm a little surprised. She's got some room here. Look out.
Here we go.
Ooh, they're going to get a free kick out of this and in a spot. 26 seconds ago, so they'll get this free kick off. Now, I think they're going to hit it right on net. They're not going to bother with a pass to the far post, so look for rebound control here.
Providence has to do whatever they can to avoid giving up a goal here. 2-0 right before halftime might be the dagger.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised Lemont doesn't put somebody else in the box. There's the kick.
Nice shot. They had the right person to shoot it. Couric went top shelf and just a little too high. She is must-watch television.
Pretty darn good kick. Just what, 2 feet over the net maybe? Wow. But that's what happens when you get a free kick in that spot on the field. That can be danger, Will Robinson, even worse than the corner kicks.
1-0 so far. Gabriella Couric, the woman of the match thus far. Final thoughts before we go into halftime.
Well, I'm going to say this. Despite that goal, I mean, Wheel is somebody I consider for player of the game so far. She's made some really nice moves on offense. And then you have to also look at Lemont's defense and possibly pick a player there. But anyway, they've gotten the whole half of the game to go to figure that out. But 1-0, Lemont lead, and it could not be playing any better in this game. And if they win this, they move on, right? And so Providence Catholic could be their last half of the game if they don't have some kind of goal scored from somewhere.
All right, we're going to take a quick break. More soccer action coming up next here on Sports Broadcast Solutions, a broadcasting network for everyone.
Their schools and their communities.
Competition in IHSA sports and
scrimmage, and I was just at the very bottom. All this pressure and weight was thrown onto my leg. I could feel it clicking in the bone, like sliding across each other. Just couldn't handle it and broke. People at IBJI were fantastic. We went into the walk-ins and we were able to get an x-ray in 5 minutes. My doctor talked to me like I was a friend rather than just a patient. He was very understanding, helping me stay motivated. My flexibility was actually better after my injury than it was before. There's not a lot of places like IBJI. It didn't even get me back to 100%. It got me to 100%.
Get convenient, affordable, same-day treatment at any of our Ortho Access locations. Visit ibji.com for more information.
I get to do so many fun things with athletes. Being an athlete myself, it's nice to kind of be back into an athletic setting. My name is Melissa Stock. I am a physical therapist with Rush Physical Therapy and the Chicago Red Stars. Treatment for players typically is working on getting mobility back, strengthening, getting the team ready to play, basically. With Emily Boyd, we actually got to see her right after her scope with Dr. Cole right at the beginning of season. We've done everything and anything. So with it being a post-op, we've gone from working on the scar tissue to strengthening the knee back up to getting that mobility back. Treatments have included dry needling, cupping, obviously stretching and mobility, hip strengthening, quad strengthening, hamstring strengthening, all of the above.
I think physical therapy has help me continue to just be healthy as a human, not an athlete, because when we have injuries and problems, and we just let them go, they never really get better. So for me, physical therapy has helped me a lot just as a human being.
This presentation of the NFHS Network is brought to you by Big Ten Plus. Get 3 months of Big Ten Plus for only $4.99 per month. Scan the QR code or go to big10plus.com and enter NFHS when selecting a monthly pass at checkout.
When you fire up Big Ten Plus, you get more game, non-stop, around the clock. More live games you won't see anywhere else. More access to your team, wherever you want, 24/7. More stories. Unstoppable. More highlights. Wow. More big-time playmakers. Plus, catch up to 4 games at once, so you'll never miss more shots, spikes, and scores. Download the Big Ten Plus app today. It's always game on.
The customer service has just blown us away. I have never reached out and not gotten a response within a couple hours, honestly. Like every single time, it's immediate. It's to the right people that know the answer. Like it's not even, hey, let me look into that. It's an answer right away, whether it be something that they know they need to fix or, hey, this is how you do it.
When you fire up Big Ten Plus, you get more game, nonstop, around the clock. More live games you won't see anywhere else. More access to your team wherever you want 24/7. More stories.
Unstoppable.
More highlights. Whoa! More big-time playmakers. Plus, catch up to 4 games at once so you'll never miss more shots, spikes, and scores. Download the Big Ten Plus app today. It's always game on.
Second half about to start. It'll be Providence Catholic to take the kick. Another report from Stephen Taylor. Stephen, it's possible that Morgan Johnson's day is done due to heat exhaustion.
So it just appears that way. I can speak from experience down on the field. It's hot. It was 84 degrees today. It's even hotter with the turf. It seemed to affect her. She got pulled out of the game. I don't believe that she will return.
All right, Stephen, thank you so much, and we'll hear from you midway through the second half. Providence down by 1, partner. Their leading shot taker was Savarino with 4 shots. Keurig with 4 shots on as well. But the player of the game thus far has arguably been Madison Wheel. Those 2 shots, but a huge pass right on target to Keurig, who was right open, and then Keurig finished the play with a beautiful goal.
Yeah, she's very, very solid. That one shot that, if it was just a little bit to the left, that would have been good. And then, of course, that fantastic ball control that he showed, coming up the right side of the field, and then centered the ball, feathered the ball perfectly between the 2 defenders. Just an excellent player. Calm under pressure, good defender. Like right now, she's defending.
And partner, there is no extra time for high school.
Correct.
So that's key.
Yeah, the clock winds down.
We've done so many Steel City and Chicago Nation and semi-pro games. They do extra time, and big Chicago Fire fan, extra time. Red Stars, additional time. But no additional time, so.
Yeah, it was our statistician, Logan, that reminded us that the referee will stop time during the game. The clock will stop.
So it's less stopwatch time than what most soccer fans are used to. There's Wheel again. That was a positive play, partner, because she was going to lose the ball anyways. There were 2 defenders around her. She gives it up and forces Providence to go the length of the field.
Yeah, she's a tough one. She's smart. She's fast. She's got excellent ball control, good field vision. I mean, there's a lot of good players on Lemont. Let's not go crazy here, but she's a good one.
By the way, Gabriella Keurig, the only goal of this game, she has been a force. As a freshman, she played 2 years ago. Now she's a junior. Last season, as that's a shot on net. You could argue it was a crosser. We're going to say shot and an easy save for the opposing goalkeeper.
Yeah, and as a soccer coach, I would say, yeah, that's another turnover. It was just right at the goalie, and it's an easy catch, and you're not going to get that chance again for 3 minutes. Let's just kind of note this. 38:02 is when that shot got taken.
Sometimes soccer is in your genes. One of Keurig's older cousins is Ella Dwyer, an Eastern Illinois commit.
Yeah, nobody plays soccer in jeans.
Off the fingertips, chance for Providence, huge break for Lemont.
I felt like a couple of those catches, she's a little too nonchalant. You want to make sure that you're catching the ball with your body behind it. And that one that went through her hands, if it was a little bit more on target, they're going to call a foul here. If it was a little bit more on target, that ball would have gone through her hands and in the net. I kind of like the foul call here, a little bit too much badgering going on there. But now we get a free kick from here. And this is the kind of full court pressure, so to speak, that Providence Catholic has to give this whole second half if they're going to get back in it. Now, Lemont can't get used to playing too much defense because if Providence Catholic does score, Lemont's going to need a second goal. Now, I like what's going on here, though. Lemont's bringing everybody back. There's not even a striker out there.
Madison Wheel also plays for Galaxy SC. She's 5'5", and she's a 2-footed finisher according to her Instagram page. 2-time 3-on-3 champion.
I can't resist. I think she's taller than 2 feet.
What did I say?
2-footed.
Yeah, she's a 2-footed finisher. She's ambidextrous.
Yeah, I think she's taller than that.
Now is not the time, Bob. This is a playoff match. Stay focused, kid. Because that's a header and goes past the post to the left of it, and it'll be a corner kick coming up.
Yeah, from the other side now.
So if you're Providence, what minute, ideally, mathematically speaking, would you like to score? The 60th, the 70th, maybe the 80th minute?
let's see, there's 36 to go, so with 33 minutes to go, subtract that from 40. You want that first goal, 7-minute mark. You don't want it to languish. The longer this game goes, the easier it is for Lemont to win. This is danger, Will Robinson for Providence Catholic. It's not so much that they're down a goal. It's that Lemont's defense has been so stout. And they're playing it right. All the midfielders are playing defense with the defense. Only 3 strikers or 3 forwards are out there. And then on that free kick, they took all 3 of those strikers and brought them back and played D. So, and right now the sun going down a little bit or behind the clouds, it is a little bit cooler. So Lemont now can continue to run.
Carter, we've talked about this on our Steel City telecast. If Providence scores and Lemont doesn't, of course, we go to penalty kicks. Is there a better way of finding a winner to advance to the quarterfinals?
Oh yeah, right. That gets into real philosophy, right? In hockey, that they're 5-on-5, and then it's 3-on-3. I wouldn't mind seeing 5-on-5 for a few minutes and 4-on-4, then 3-on-3.
Remember, for the NHL, that's only for regular season. Postseason, it's 5-on-5, golden goal.
Yeah, here I wouldn't mind seeing something similar where you play 10-on-10, then 9-on-9, then 8-on-8. Something that I don't like penalty kick finishes for personally. I mean, they're exciting, but to me, it's too random who wins.
Are you a fan of, in overtime, diminishing the goal by half or a quarter to make it easier to score a goal if it's less of a distance between both goals?
I can't say I've thought through that. Shortening the field, interesting.
In overtime, yeah.
Yeah.
So instead of 100 yards.
See, anything that's not that game, I don't like. Shootouts in hockey, shootouts in soccer isn't the game.
Right.
So hockey in the playoffs where they have overtime until somebody scores, I do like. Although those games could go till midnight. Could.
I like them, though. I still remember the 6 overtime Flyers-Penguins playoff game. You know why? Because it was real hockey.
Yeah. The
Not
problem,
that
of course.
penalty kicks aren't real soccer. It's just kind of artificial soccer.
Right. Well, and after a couple of overtimes, it gets to be artificial hockey too, because everybody's tired and can't sprint on the ice like before. But
and then John Jones is the game-winning scorer instead of Sidney Crosby or Evgeny Malkin, etc. But anyways, throw-in coming up for Providence. It's either going to be a Lemont victory. We're going to penalty kicks, or maybe Providence scores 2 unanswered goals to win on their home pitch.
That's pretty far out on the limb on those 3 options.
Sarcasm. Could we see something crazy where Providence scores 3 unanswered goals?
Well, that would match my prediction. Didn't I start out with a 3-1? Yeah, and it could still happen. I mean, Providence gets a goal early. Now it's 1-1. They get a second goal, and of course then Larkin, and then Lemont has to try hard to tie the score up, and then you give an odd man breakaway, and that's how you get the 3-1 win.
Well, the shots are definitely advantage Providence. 13 to just 7 for Lemont, as Providence is out shooting Lemont 4-0 right now.
Yeah, but look at Lamont's defense. There is not a striker to be found above the 20-yard line, above the 10-yard line. So all 10 defenders are inside the third, the defensive third of the field. They are not going to let this goal happen if they have anything to do with it. So their intent here is to win at least 1-0. Now they got to make sure they don't cause a penalty. And the referee's been very good at preventing physical play.
It'll be Tilka to take the corner. Great hang time.
Oh, it's out.
Hang time was there. The accuracy wasn't.
Well, it wasn't off by too much, right? She needed to pull a little bit back onto the field. She was trying to get it tight to the net so that somebody could head it in. Too tight to the net, though. The goalie can get their hands on it first. Meanwhile, the clock goes tick, tick, tick.
Do you still stay aggressive if you're Lemont, or do you stick with what's working right now?
Well, what is working is they're just packing the defensive zone with this 1-goal lead. It's going to be real hard for Providence Catholic to break through that. And it's not just a good defense. It's good defense with talented players.
Still in bounds.
And this is playing into Lamont's hand right now. The ball goes out of bounds, take a little time to throw it in. They get the ball upfield a little bit. Now, the only downside is it stretches the field, so Providence Catholic can get an odd man break. But if you look at the defense, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 people back still.
As an official, Lemont wants to play a little keep away, a little monkey in the middle. Delay a game is still a thing. As an official, do you have the guts to call it if you think Lemont is trying to delay the game, if we get to that point of the match where Lemont is delaying these throw-ins?
Oh, that kind of delay of the game. I don't think Lemont will push the envelope like that. But I think the way that they are, quote, delaying the game is keeping these 7 defenders, and there's just nowhere you can penetrate to score a goal. A goal. That looked like it hurt.
That's got to be a foul. Oh my goodness. I don't think it's a yellow card, but she definitely hit her head.
Yeah, I think both heads hit.
Off the fingertips.
Yeah, there again, a little too nonchalant. She pushed the ball up into the air and then knew she was going to catch it, and that is a style, but just grab it and keep something behind it in case it goes through your hands.
Now, I think the officiating's been great all afternoon. That one, I don't understand why they didn't call a foul, though. She clearly accidentally hit her head. It was not a yellow card, but it was definitely a foul.
Now, there's going to be a
See,
foul
I don't
on that
like
trip.
That. They call that one, but they don't call the one 2 minutes ago. All I ask for is consistency,
Well, this one was clearly a trip.
Yeah, it's a foul. Don't get me wrong. I just interested. What did you think? Did you think that was a foul 2 minutes ago?
I would not have called it either because it was too incidental. It was just two people heading the ball, and they hit each other on the head. Ouch, but not a foul. That's what I would have done. But I'm in good company because that's what the ref did. It's easy to agree with the ref, right?
Especially when you're winning. And if you're a fan and your team's winning, you always agree with the ref until you're no longer winning, and now the ref is no longer your friend.
And now there's a wide kick. And again, a lot of clock goes by on that wide kick. So earlier, I don't like kicking those out like that because it's a turnover. But here, now if it's a turnover, it uses up a lot of clock. Providence has the ball a long way from the goalie. So it's going to take them a while to move the ball upfield. That's a kick you don't want to miss because if you miss it, it's a breakaway. Lemont, you got to say, is playing an absolute masterpiece.
This is really according to Coach Prangen's game plan. Get a goal, get ahead, stay ahead. That's what they've done all afternoon long, going into the early hours of the evening. And now in the end zone. I don't think that was a soccer play.
That is. It's your guarding the ball. She did that so the ball would continue to roll out.
Was the push necessary, though? Was the push a soccer play?
Yeah, it's allowed. And then the reason she did that was to allow the ball to go out of bounds, and the goalie gets to kick the ball as opposed to not be able to handle the ball, because if she had tapped it back to the goalie would not have been allowed to pick the ball up. Well, actually, if she had tapped it back there and redirected it, the goalie could have picked it up because the impetus was from the Providence Catholic player. But that was a kind of a loud box out you see in basketball.
Now, if that was a foul, and you're saying you agree with the ref, that's off her head, so we play on.
There's a push from behind there. So a little bit chippier now.
If they had called a foul there, that was in the box. So
yeah, penalty kick.
Yeah.
Right. So, I mean, you could argue there's a bit of a risk on that. But, obviously she's a good soccer player and she's been well coached and well trained. And she knew darn well that will not be called as a foul.
And as a ref, if you're going to call a foul there, you kind of have to go to your deathbed knowing that exactly was a foul and the penalty kick is awarded and deserved.
Well, it happens all the time where you shield the ball from the other player. And so, it was just a, quote, a loud shield.
And the officials changed their mind. Corner kick, big decision.
It was, and of course, Lemont scrambling to get everybody back. Not just some of them back, but everybody back.
Don't need to score here, but try to get the best opportunity you can. Soft liner, easily headed away by Lemont. And that will eventually go out of bounds. Throw-in awarded for Providence.
Interesting, the players that Providence had back were two people, and they were in the center of the field, so that ball angled out of bounds. Nobody was there to pick it up. If they had had two players on side by side, they could have re-kicked that back into the box.
We've talked a lot about Juliana Savarino. Her father is Billy Savarino, who attended Brother Rice and held the IHSA record for most goals scored until a few years ago. That shot easily saved.
Whoa. Good thing she had rebound control there because there was no defender back with that. If that ball bounces out, it would have been a goal on the rebound. Kicked out of bounds, still Providence Catholic's ball. So a lot more pressure from Providence Catholic on the net, but there's so much good defense by Lemont, it's going to be still hard to dent that net.
As that's a turnaround kick.
I like that. Got centered, got the job done.
And then kicked forward.
In my favorite, Wheel with the ball.
Here's Lemont, Madison Wheel. Not a great pass that time. She is human after all. And a right-footed boot. Time dwindling for Providence, but they still have more than enough time. In the box. They just can't get the shots they want to get, Bob.
Well, it's tough to, right now they got 8 defenders in that box. not just 7. They got a breakout here.
15 shots, 6 on goal for the Celtics. Lead pass. And we were talking about Billy Savarino. He had the most goals scored at Brother Rice until a few years ago when a player from Bloom took over for him. And then Billy went on to play at the University of Notre Dame. Juliana plays club for the Windy City Pride, and she attended Cardinal Joseph Bernardin Junior High. That's quite a mouthful. Off the foot. Fans want to foul. That time I agree with the ref.
Well, there again, kind of midfield shielding the ball from the defender. You are allowed to do that. The ball was kind of getting farther and farther away from her, and she expected the defender to come up and make the play, and the defender took a long time to do that. So no harm done on Lemont's side, and even if a foul was called, it would have been a free kick at midfield.
Interesting decision. So Coach Prangen is going to put Wheel on the bench and the senior DeMaio into the game. Keurig's been the best goal scorer, but like we've said, the best player arguably on the pitch for either team has been Wheel.
Well, or we have to pick out the right defender that's done just an outstanding job. You could also start talking about maybe the goalie can get into that conversation.
Right, but a lot of those shots have been right at her.
They have been, but a lot of shots.
Yeah, it is 15. It is 6 on goal. Lemont does not have a shot yet this half, but they're not really hanging on for dear life. The stats would say so, but the eye test would say no. They've been outshot 6-0, but the eye test would say Lemont is pretty even with Providence this half.
Yeah, well, my eye test is saying that Lemont's defense is going to be impenetrable. They are just playing a masterful job with the 7 players back, and I think, like I said earlier, they're going to continue to move an 8th, maybe even a 9th back on defense as this game progresses.
When asked by a Chicago Tribune writer, Alexandra Chrisman said about Gabriella Keurig, she's just Gabby K. I don't know what else to say. She's just a phenomenal soccer player.
This is a good spot with the ball, but Sewell
Took too much time.
Well, it's a 1-on-4. She couldn't get around the defense.
Both players went for the ball. The whistle is blown. Lemont doesn't like the call. Bob, what say you?
I think the right call was made on that. They were racing to the ball, and I think Lemont was the impetus of the foul on that, so it's Providence Catholic's ball. I think it's the right call. Again, I like that the referee made the call. He's keeping the physicality down.
Now, Thulin was slow to get up. Should the official have stopped the clock for 30 seconds?
No, let it go, let it go.
Thulin's also more of an assist woman than a goal scorer. Not that that matters for the ref, but.
And another one booted out of bounds. Again, take some time off the clock.
17 minutes and well.
Yeah, Wheel back in the game. No surprise there.
Maybe she needed a drink of water.
Providence tried to attack. Once they saw her leave the pitch, they tried their best to attack on defense. But
well, right now she's the only forward up there. If you're going to be the only forward, that's a good one to choose.
if you're just joining us, shame on you. Where were you?
Nobody's just joining us, are they?
And second of all, in the box, shot, high, goal!
This impenetrable defense gave up a long shot into a perfect corner.
The young pup scores. Aubrey Curry, the 3-on-3 national champion, top shelf. And Bob, we got ourselves a new soccer game.
A brand new game, 1-1 with 23 minutes to go. And now this is what Lemont worried about. If that goal gets given up, it's a new game, and they have to change their strategy back to they need to try to score a goal or play for the penalty kicks.
Wow.
Yeah, it was definitely a long-range shot.
Well, you know, Providence strategy for most of this match has been pepper the netminder, and that time they finally got it past the goalkeeper. And it wasn't the senior and Maggie, it was the freshman and Aubrey.
Well, she's a good one. All right, now let's see how much Lemont changes the game plan now that they're tied.
Well, we talked about PKs being slight advantage Lemont, but Providence seems to have the momentum right now. Does that factor into PKs?
Absolutely. Yeah. And right now Lamont's down because, you know, they had the lead. They had this game won, but all of a sudden now they don't. Now they have to shift gears and score, whereas Providence Catholic's probably going to continue to play the same way. And again, looking at Lamont's defense, they got 2 players way deep. You're not going to see an offsides call happen, you know, on Providence Catholic because their defense is so far back.
Nice lead pass, push, but they play on. I think that was a good no call.
Well, she got the ball first, and then a couple extra steps after that, and then they collided.
Obviously, they would love the PK because if you push in the box, but they do get the corner kick out of it.
Right, and they've come close on these corners.
Do you think that was a shot that Tilly could have had in the box for Lemont?
Well, no, I think it's well defended. But here, Lemont bringing all 10 people back again.
Yeah, they sure are. Left-footed boot, low liner, loose ball in the box still, and Providence will remain in possession, at least for now, going after it. And that was huge, just ran out of space to get that ball. Giuliano Savarino and Lemont luckily got the throw in.
So we'll see how many players Lemont pushes up on offense, if they change from the 3 that they've got, or will the midfielder even push up a little bit and attempt to get a goal earlier before, the shootout?
So Wheel right now has been the facilitator. If you're Providence, do you eye her? Because the only time Lemont had a great opportunity to score was a pass from Wheel over to Keurig, facilitating the play. Do you force somebody else to dish it out to Keurig besides Wheel?
Yeah, I'm not going to overplay anything if I'm Providence Catholic now at this point. I think if you end up overplaying one player, somebody else can burn you. And I know that Wheel's a player that you need to overcompensate for. She's having a terrific game.
So Aubrey Curry, she had some issues with her wrist. Good thing about soccer, you don't have to use your hands. She injured it on a fall during a match midway through the season. She's been wearing a brace on it ever since. She plays club soccer with Chicago Inter, all-conference player, second leading goal scorer on the team, tied with Tilka, and attended Holy Mark Junior High School.
Those are nice little stories, which club team they're on, et cetera. It's nice to have. It's good information to know.
Keurig on the free kick. Good punt. Trying to find Wheel. They got to find that third player. It's been Wheel to Keurig. Can they find a third person to either score or facilitate? Just seemed like it was going to be a Lemont upset. Man, do things change in soccer.
Right. It's only one goal lead. Anything can happen like that, right? But boy, we got a humdinger of a game. 1-1. Both teams are good. One moves on. One goes home.
If you're Coach Prangen or Coach Taylor, do you try your best to win it in regulation, not be conservative, and go to PKs?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, in leagues where you get 3 points for a win and 1 for a draw, both teams would be very, very aggressive. But here's the case:
right.
If you lose a goal, you lose, and you're done, right? But
right.
So you have to continue to play, straight on. You have to, enough offense and enough defense. You can't overplay more offense or too much defense in this point.
Or do you have confidence in your offensive players where you like the PKs?
Well, yeah, that's the thing. I think if you were to ask both coaches, they both would say, going to penalty kicks is okay. I think we can win that. I mean, both teams have terrific offensive firepower.
You've seen both goalies today, Rizaka and Tilly. Which goalie do you like better in penalty kicks? Gonna go with Raxica?
Yeah, because she hasn't been tested much the whole year. Tilly's had to make way too many saves, and I think the Providence Catholic might know her weaknesses better. But that's a great question. Which goalie is going to do better in a PK situation at this point?
Right now, Tilly is 6 of 7. Aubrey Curry, the reason it's 1-1. Another report coming up from Stephen Taylor. Stephen, we got ourselves a new soccer game. Aubrey Curry, the freshman, with a beautiful top shelf goal.
She was second all-time in goals on the season for the Providence Catholic Celtics, and it really shows. She's where they get a lot of their offense from, usually fed by Maggie Wolniakowski. Wolniakowski. I've said it a couple times, but I couldn't say it there. But often, she's where they get a lot of their offense, fed this time from Lydia Aragoni.
What was the Providence Catholic bench saying? It went from 1-0 to a 1-1 tie.
Well, it was initially a sense of urgency. You could see a lot of concern on head coach Mike Taylor's face. He was really concerned about what appeared to be a mismatch in where the fouls were called by the referee. But now things are a lot easier. They're not taking the gas off yet. This game is not yet won, but now that they brought the equalizer, it's definitely a less of a sense of urgency.
What about Lemont? Was it dead quiet after that goal was scored?
Absolutely. You could hear things out of the left side of my head, but not out of the right.
All right, Steven, thank you so much. We'll see you either later on in the second half or during penalty kicks. 1-1 tie. Look at that pass. Keurig with a try in the box. She was offside. She cheated.
Yeah, I didn't see the offside, but the line judge sure did.
even if she wasn't offside, if she had scored from there, from that tough angle of a shot, she might be playing for the Chicago Red Stars.
I don't know that was that tough of an angle. I mean, she wasn't along the baseline. I mean, I think she had an angle on that far post to kick it in.
She was close to the end line. That's kind of a, if you want to make the analogy to hockey, it's like an Evgeny Malkin type of shot. But anyways, doesn't matter. They stay offside.
Oh, look out. Another chance coming here.
This is not over yet. Lemont could still win 2-1. Nice play, shot, and excellent job by Raxica not going after that ball.
Yeah, that's always hard to do. She's going to the right, and the ball has some speed. So to kick it back to the left, to the far post from the right side, which is what she needed to do, she has to take a larger step and wrap that right foot around the ball more to make it go to the left. But didn't do it, went out of bounds, and a good steal here maybe.
Oof. A little bit shaky defensively the last couple minutes for the Celtics. Shot! Goal! Shaky defense from Providence, and Lemont answers.
A very similar goal kicked from a long way out, hard into the corner. Not a good time to have a turnover. What a great play. That changes things again, 2-1. That's an understatement. 16 minutes to go, and Providence Catholic is going to have to put that sense of urgency back together here.
Keurig again? Are you kidding me?
Prolific goal scorer.
Just can't be complacent in your own end, Bob.
Well, and that was just a flat-out turnover. Got out hustled, nowhere to go with it, and turned the corner and a long shot in.
Goal kick, you watch it one more time. It's just a little tap pass by Raxica. And that was just really all Keurig.
Sure.
Got the steal, and that was not an easy shot.
Yeah.
She was off balance when she shot it.
Unassisted.
Didn't have time to stop. She just got it to her spot and shot it, and 90-degree angle shot on net, goal. Well, there's still time for Providence, but I don't know, Bob. I think that might be the dagger.
Well, and that changes the player of the game.
Yeah. You know, Bob, what's the difference between Division I and Division II? Thulin's an excellent player. She's going to be playing at Lewis University. But Gabrielle Kirk playing Division I at UIC. At times, she looks like a woman among ladies out here. Fans want to call. Ref says play on.
Well, she got the ball first, and you can do that. She went onto the ground, slide tackle, got the ball first, followed through into the player. And, of course, the home fans want that called.
Just a couple of mistakes from Providence. At the same time, that first goal was more great offense versus lackluster defense. The second goal was more lackluster defense than great offense.
Well, in some ways, I kind of like it because it was a defensive breakdown that resulted in just a terrific offensive play from Lemont. If that defensive breakdown doesn't happen, that goal doesn't get scored. So it took kind of a combination of, a steal on defense or a turnover on defense and just a great play on offense. It wasn't just a great play on offense.
Free kick. Shot! Beautiful save by Tilly. Header. Tilly wisely doesn't go after it.
Tilly is not tall, so, I mean, she's susceptible to a ball bouncing into the corner like that, but she has good goal presence. Took the run all the way to the post. The ball goes out of bounds beyond the post. Now 13:48 and ticking.
Close to being a tie score.
Yeah, it's a little too far out for a header, though. I think if you're going to head from there, you need to hit it harder. Could have been a handball there, but no call. Push from behind.
Another push and a throw-in coming up.
The line judge calls it the other way.
Throw-in off the chest. An excellent season for Providence, but they got to find a way to score in the next 13 minutes or else Lemont moves on.
Well, and if they don't win, they are losing to an absolutely terrific team.
Just feels like they got a legitimate chance to win the state title, Lemont does.
I think whoever wins this game has a legitimate shot at the state title.
Shot. Tilly punches us out.
Again, just a terrific save. Read that ball, had some speed. It had all eyes. It was going to go in. Maybe it would hit the post and knock in again, but perfect shot.
Off the foot, and
Sometimes the ball just doesn't go your way. Good steal there. Whoops.
even if she had kept it and it was right at the yellow line, probably would have gone out anyways.
Well, and you want the possession. This is a turnover, right? So now the other team gets the ball. They'll be able to hold it for 39 seconds before they give it away down the field a little bit.
And it's so key without that extra time. So really, you only have 12 minutes and 15 seconds left.
Yeah, you don't want to give up those turnovers, although they got this one back quickly, maybe.
It's not as big of a deal in hockey because it's easier to steal the puck than stealing the ball away. Doesn't it feel like in hockey when you're up by a goal, it feels like an eternity?
It is so fun to watch a hockey game in the third period when somebody is up by a goal. One team is defending, the other is trying to score. Here, this is what you got. A 2-goal game. You're effectively in the third period of a hockey game or the fourth quarter of a basketball game, but just a 1-goal game. Anything can happen still.
So much harder to score in soccer. One of the reasons it has the nickname the beautiful game. So much harder to score using your feet than your hands, right?
Yeah, we're watching just an absolutely fantastic game. I mean, you have to say instant classic on this. Don't know what the ending is going to be, but put this under the instant classic.
And look, Providence made a mistake. They were lackadaisical in their own end. At the same time, it's very hard to win soccer matches scoring 1 goal. Before that mistake in their own end, they didn't do that much offensively. They put themselves in a tough spot.
Well, Lemont put them in that tough spot. Providence Catholic is no slouch team, but Lemont has just been packing it in on defense. And you can look at it now, the way the field is lined up. There's one striker out there, it's Wheel, right? And everybody else is back.
Right, it's just the margin for error for Providence after scoring that goal was still minimal, right?
Well,
and Lemont took advantage of it.
Yes, they did, but that clock is just looming large here.
And there's only 2 ways to win a soccer match when you only score 1 goal. 1-0 or tie it up and go to PKs. That's it. And that's asking a lot out of your goalkeeper. But for Providence, they can't think about that. They got to score in the next 10 minutes.
Well, and the goalkeeper hasn't had to face a whole lot of shots either. Yeah. I mean, Providence Catholic's defense has been excellent as well. No trip there. Again, first had the ball. Nice steal.
Just 3 on goal today for Lemont.
That was a good get on the ball. Now it's 1 on 3.
Wheel trying her best to not lose it. Look at that move.
Yeah, she's good at this. Now take it into the corner. Hold on to it if you can. Oh, that's no. Good. So now she can take her time, throw it into her teammates who are going to be up the field. Wheel did a great job there, holding the ball and keeping possession.
When asked about how good Gabriella Kuric is, Coach Prangan said she can fend players off and drive past them. She's got technical quality. She's got 2-footed, ambidextrous, and she's unbelievably coachable. And she's honestly a better person than she is a player. She doesn't get pushed off the ball. She's a pretty darn good player, Bob. So if she's that good of a player, she must be a fantastic person.
Yeah, but you know what I'm also going to say? That was a fantastic assessment by a coach that I bet you everybody likes.
They're going to miss him next year, but maybe his players can reward him in his last season with a state championship.
They might. I mean, they look state championship quality level here at 2A.
And for Coach Taylor, what does he have in terms of the chess game? What does he have up his sleeve, analytics and skills-wise, to try to score down 2-1?
Yeah, they're just going to have to gut it out and give it everything they've got. No change to strategy. Just they got to find a way. Now, this is going to use up some clock.
Turnover and Raksaka.
We've seen left fielders misjudge those.
Soriano was very known for that. You talk about a guy that was in left field because of his bat, not his glove.
That'll be called.
And if I'm Providence Catholic,
it might be the first card of the game.
Yeah, it's close to a yellow.
I think it's going to be a yellow.
Yep, there it is. That was pretty blatant. Alexandra Krishman committed the yellow. She didn't even argue it.
Well, it was an intentional yellow to stop the advancement. Again, the referee's done a really good job maintaining control of this game. That was an appropriate yellow card to give out.
And because it's a yellow and because we don't have extra time, the clock does stop at 8:27. We'll keep our stopwatch going because we do that. So on our clock, it'll say like 45:30 to end this match. Or maybe we go to penalty kicks. It's up to Providence. They'll either tie this one up or Lemont's moving on to the quarterfinals.
Oh, good ball control again. Sen's just going to go nowhere, just other than using up that clock with 8:12 to go in the game.
I'm excited to see what Gabriella Couric does at the next level for the UIC Flames. But meanwhile, can Providence scratch a goal past the goal line in the next 7 minutes?
Well, and she's going to a good school, too. So that's your ticket to D1 scholarship, good school.
Re-entering the game for Lemont, number 11, Ava DeMao.
When asked about playing for UIC, Gabriella says, I'm trying to play faster so I can be ready for the next level. I'm very proud of myself.
I think it's fair to say her whole team is proud of her, let alone the family.
Aubrey Curry tied this one up. Coach Mike Taylor on Aubrey. She plays very simple, good ball control, good awareness of the game. For her to start like this as a freshman, she's been a nice surprise. And how about this? Even though Taylor knew she was going to be starting as a freshman, even as a freshman, he said he knew that she'd be a load for us. And she's only 14 years old at the time. Imagine what she's going to be like when she's 17.
Oh, yeah, the changes. People get
box.
better, stronger, taller, smarter, experienced. I like this sense, too. Look out. Wheels on wheels.
Wheel after it. Breakaway coming up. Rexica has no choice but to go all out and dive for it. And Providence running out of time. Trying to keep it in, can't.
I thought it was a very innocent send earlier, but then Wheel just absolutely turned on the afterburners and caught up to it. Little softer tap ahead, and she would have had herself a goal.
This should be a throw-in, but right now.
The referee's going to go pay a visit to one of the benches.
Bergeson has the ball as if she's going to do a free kick. Now, did they call a late foul before the throw-in was awarded?
I don't know. It's odd to see the referee go all the way to the bench on this when we didn't really see anything odd on the field.
Does a stoppage like this mean an advantage for either team?
For either team? Yeah, it's a good question because, I mean, it's kind of an even game. It's kind of an advantage for both teams. They can catch their breath a little bit.
Or the way that the momentum was swinging towards Lemont, would they want the clock to keep going and for Providence to feel the pressure?
Yeah, I think when you put it that way, it's probably an advantage to Providence to Catholic to get their, thoughts together.
Throw in off the knee. Near the 40-yard line.
There's that ball shielding that Lemont has been trained so well at. Oh, off the referee again.
And the referee says dead ball. And it'll be a free kick coming up. Nope, they're going to say it was a free kick, but no wall. And here we go. At the 6-minute mark. Too much on it. Tilly, oh, she didn't catch it. Live ball.
No, I think that's all right. She pushed out into the corner where there was nobody. I mean, she could, sure, have caught it, but I think pushing it out that way was all right.
Yeah, you're right. She did see that she had teammates ahead of her.
Ouch.
And Stephen Taylor with quite possibly our last report of the night. Let's see what they award
Corner
here.
kick coming up.
Corner kick awarded for Providence Catholic. Back and forth we go, Stephen. Gabriella Couric again makes it 2-1.
Just absolutely shut down defense on the other side of the ball. That's where I really want to highlight. Gabby Couric, a phenomenal goal, but on the other side of it, it's Allison Tilley. This is turning into the Allison Tilley show because despite all of the opportunities, this would be their 6th corner kick on the half, and she's just been locked down. Another one, another web gem right there.
Loose ball, what are they going to award? Corner kick coming up, another set piece, Steven. This could go to PKs. We'll find out in 4:57 from now.
So Allison Tilley with another save right on cue.
They're rattling the bleachers here at beautiful Matt Senfer Field. Good hang time. Chance in the box, crosser, potential header, loose ball. Oh, can't get the shot on net. Another try for Providence, off the knee, still in the box. Providence off the body, near the end line. Who touched it last? Nope, still live. Crosser trying to clear, can't, in the box. Wheel has it. She'll just kick it out.
I didn't expect that from her to kick it out like that. I'm thinking also if you're Providence Catholic, since Lemont has all of their players in their defensive third, just put the goalie at midfield and move everybody else up.
Crosser, header, loose ball, still loose. And that should be another corner unless, nope, they're going to say that it was last touch by Providence. I think that was the right call. It looked like it was last touch by Providence.
Right, I'm just intrigued by this Lemont. Everybody being back, I think that's very, very smart. I think Providence Catholic, they're pushing everybody up except for one, sweeper, and then the goalie is back there in the net. I'm thinking make the goalie the sweeper and push that defender up there. You're out if you don't get one more goal in the next 3 minutes and 38 seconds. Lemont, man, they dodged several shots in that.
Conditioning, so key. How many conditioning drills did they do in the offseason? Hot day like today.
Right, that's the thing. We haven't had a whole lot of hot days. Wheel with the ball, look out.
Wheel in the box, trying to put this one on ice. And Raxica wants a ball quickly. Where is it? They will not stop the clock. Remember, no additional time awarded.
The little girl was playing with the ball out by the stands on the far side.
Raxica will not punt it. They got to go end to end.
With 2:51 to go.
An opportunity to go to the super
Wheel.
sectional on the line.
Look
Wheel
out.
steal. And Wheel looks a little tired out there.
I
so
like
just
that.
offload it.
I like that.
Stolen
Now everybody's
away.
got to get back, including Wheel.
How much does Providence have left in the tank? And I thought that Lemont touched it last. The ref agrees.
Come on, Wheel, hurry up. 5 defenders deep for Lemont. There we go.
No choice, but the defenseman got to push up. 2 minutes to go. We're at the 2-minute warning.
Yeah, one good placed steal here or a goal kick could just about eat the rest of the clock up. This time the ball gets
So how
put
about
in
that?
play quick.
When Providence needed a quick ball, they didn't get it. And when Lemont didn't want a quick ball, they got the quick ball.
Oh, no, you're starting controversy.
But it doesn't really help because Providence wanted the quick ball and they couldn't get it. But Lemont didn't want the quick ball and they got it. So it didn't help either goalkeeper.
Well, just a minute and a half to go, and the clock will stop. There won't be extra time.
Wise decision by Wheel, the upperclassman. No need to do the throw-in. She'll just waste clock. Got to get the ball in within 30 seconds.
So instead they take the defender who is farthest away from the ball to run up and go make the play. Meanwhile, minute 10.
Is that something they should maybe look into in changing for the rules of soccer?
Well, that's why in the rules of soccer they have that arbitrary additional time. That's going to go the other way now, I think. No, it's going to go the same way. I'm a little surprised. I think if you replayed that, we'd find that ball should go to Providence Catholic.
What a season that Providence Catholic had, but they're going to come 1 goal short.
Yeah, and the clock is now going down, counting the tenths of seconds. And the ball's on this end of the field.
Again, Keurig.
She just booted it out of bounds, not even toward the net.
Whistle blown. They might stop the clock.
Nope.
They're not going to stop it.
Nope, you got to get.
They gotta just kick it straight down now. 28 seconds left, running out of time at the boundary.
Any kind of out of bounds situation really hurts Providence.
Hustle. They're past midfield. The whistle's blown, but the clock still keeps going.
She had to throw it in quicker.
They got to do 2 kicks. 10 seconds left.
That's it.
That'll do it. Lemont is going back to the state quarterfinals. On the right foot of Gabriella Keurig. They pick up Allison Tilley, well deserved. She had a fantastic game. 10 shots on goal for Providence, 9 saves for Tilly, 90% save percentage.
When's the last time we ever did a co-player of the game? I mean, when we do our other games, right, sometimes you call it 3 stars of the game. How can you not have a player of the game not be Tilly? I mean, Kirk deserved it. So did Tilly. Maybe Wheel also. I don't know. To me, those would be my top 3 stars. Now they got to pick the winner out of that. It's hard to score those goals, but without the goalie, those go in.
So we'll do our 3 stars of the game, brought to you by Sports Broadcast Solution. 3rd star, Aubrey Curry. Nice goal to tie it up. It looked like we were going to penalty kicks and then some lackluster defense. But Curick, our 2nd star of the game, Allison Tilly. She's a little tight, but she was great between the pipes. 9 saves, 10 total shots on goal. And Gabriella Curick, not only did she score to make it 1-0, but she gets the steal unassisted to make it 2-1. Just when it looked like Providence Catholic had the momentum back and it was going to penalty kicks.
Simply an instant classic. Has to be replayed and watched, in perpetuity. What a fantastic game. Got to say, we were honored to be here. Thanks for having us, and what a fun one.
All right, we will go downstairs to talk to Allison Tilly and Gabriella Curick, but for our excellent crew, for Logan Walker, for Stephen Taylor, for Zachary Stolpa, for Scott Lynch and Bob Vilsaway, I'm Kyle Smith. Post-game show brought to you by Sports Broadcast Solutions coming up next. Yeah.
Good luck to Lemont High School at the Super Sectionals on Monday nights.
Yoko has such unbelievable Asian fusion food. So delicious. If you've never been here, I definitely recommend coming, trying it out. It is delicious, even if you don't like Asian food or Chinese food. It's Jewish Chinese. It'll blow you away.
Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. SBS offers live telecasts on Channel 59.3, YouTube, or Twitch. We include pre- and post-game interviews with the players.
You know, I started in the locker room. All the boys were getting going before the game and stuff, and we kind of found a little click at the beginning of the game, so I think that's what got us going.
We also include digital live statistics, play-by-play commentary, team highlight reels, and even more than that. Go online to sportsbroadcastsolutions.com or search Sports Broadcast Solutions on YouTube. SBS, a broadcasting network for everyone.
Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. At SBS, we offer a professional broadcasting experience for the non-professional athlete. Just like the pros, we offer everything for you. Play-by-play commentary.
A no-hitter at Kane County Stadium. 15 strikeouts, 1 walk, 1 error, and that's it.
Color commentary, highlight reels, recruiting videos, and much, much more. Unlike our competitors, we zoom in on the action and always have a live scoreboard with a live time code. If you're ready to have your next sporting event feel like CBS Sports, then make sure to call Sports Broadcast Solutions today. Our phone number is 330-957-7653, or you can go online to sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. SBS, a broadcasting network for everyone.
Missing your child's sporting event just plain stinks. But you don't have to worry about that anymore, thanks to Sports Broadcast Solutions. SBS is a live broadcasting network, as well as covering your on-demand needs, recruiting videos, highlight reels, and much, much more. We can broadcast live to any website, and we also post as much on-demand content as you need. For more information about SBS, check out our website at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. Sports Broadcast Solutions, a broadcasting network for everyone.
Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. Let SBS broadcast your sporting event. We have experience and can generate excitement and permanent digital memories for your team.
Tonight. That time, finally a goal for the Stampede!
We have professional videographers using high-definition modern-day cameras, color analysts, and play-by-play announcers with state-of-the-art, classy graphical scoreboards to keep you updated. Plus, we have commercials to advertise your team, club, or sponsor, and us. Plus, we do pregame and postgame interviews.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to the post-game show brought to you by Marion Central Catholic. My name's Kyle Smith. Well, my name doesn't matter. These young ladies matter. It's senior night as the Hurricanes win a battle down the stretch, 48-46.
Hi, I'm Carrie Kramer. I swim 50 breast, 50 free, and 100 back.
Whatever your sports broadcast needs, we are at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. Check us out and become part of the digital sporting world. Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. Instead of spending hundreds or thousands with all these college recruiting sites, let us put together your college highlight reel. For just a fraction of your potential college scholarship and significantly less than these recruiting services, we got this. In addition, we put together highlight reels for teams, including high school, your club team, or travel team.
My teammate gave me a great pass, and I just took it. The other team slashed me, took the opportunity, saw where the goalie was weak, and I just shot it there.
Solon, O'Connor, and Marsh back on defense, and Marsh gets a blowout. We got a breakaway at 2-0. A shot, and a goal! So 3-3, the power play was officially over.
Whatever your sports broadcast needs, check us out at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. Check us out and become part of the digital world. Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. For those of you who would like to broadcast or live stream your event, or maybe make a highlight tape but would like a sponsor to fund the event, SBS has a myriad of ways to advertise your sponsor during our broadcasts. We have commercials. We have on-air reads by the announcers.
Albatross Physical Therapy and Wellness specializes in pain-free.
We have graphics, and we have watermarks. Finally, Sports Broadcast Solutions can create a commercial for you or your sponsor. Whatever your sports broadcast needs, we are at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. Check us out and become part of the digital sporting world. Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. For those of you that just want raw footage of your sporting event, but no play-by-play or color commentary, you just need us to live stream video from the event over the internet. We will live stream your event on YouTube on our Sports Broadcast Solutions channel. In addition, we also have a dedicated channel on YouTube for live streaming at SBS Livestream. And if you need multiple channels, we can utilize Facebook Livestream and Instagram Live on our channel as well. Options include commercials from your sponsors, professional scoreboard graphics are still available, and of course, yes, pre- and post-game interviews are available as an option if you want.
We've been working really hard this whole summer and stuff.
Whatever your sports broadcast needs, we are at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. Check us out and become part of the digital sporting world. Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. We broadcast sporting events for people of all ages, including adult leagues, high school leagues, and kids. Complete with professional-looking graphics, broadcasters, color analysis, and commercials. We do pre- and post-game interviews with the players. In addition, Sports Broadcast Solutions does highlight films, including college recruiting reels, highlight films you'd see on sports news programs, and just simply highlight films for fun. Sports Broadcast Solutions also provides raw footage and live streams if you'd like. Subscribe to us and listen to our professional talk videos about relevant topics in the pro and college ranks. Whatever your sports broadcast needs, contact us at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com and become part of the digital world. This is Sports Broadcast Solutions, a broadcasting network for everyone. Check us out at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com and become part of the digital sporting world.
They're my neighbors. Come on in, guys.
Bringing fans together. State Farm, official sponsor of Liga MX. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. SBS offers live telecasts on channel 59.3, YouTube, or Twitch. We include pre- and post-game interviews with the players.
You know, I started in the locker room. All the boys were getting going before the game and stuff, and we kind of found a little click at the beginning of the game. So I think that's what got us going.
We also include digital live statistics, play-by-play commentary, team highlight reels, and even more than that. Go online to sportsbroadcastsolutions.com or search Sports Broadcast Solutions on YouTube. SBS, a broadcasting network for everyone.
Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. At SBS, we offer a professional broadcasting experience for the non-professional athlete. Just like the pros, we offer everything for you. Play-by-play commentary.
A no-hitter at Kane County Stadium. 15 strikeouts, 1 walk, 1 error, and that's it.
Color commentary, highlight reels, recruiting videos, and much, much more. Unlike our competitors, we zoom in on the action and always have a live scoreboard with a live time code. If you're ready to have your next sporting event feel like CBS Sports, then make sure to call Sports Broadcast Solutions today. Our phone number is 330-957-7653, or you can go online to sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. SBS, a broadcasting network for everyone.
Missing your child's sporting event just plain stinks. But you don't have to worry about that anymore, thanks to Sports Broadcast Solutions. SBS is a live broadcasting network, as well as covering your on-demand needs, recruiting videos, highlight reels, and much, much more. We can broadcast live to any website, and we also post as much on-demand content as you need. For more information about SBS, check out our website at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. Sports Broadcast Solutions, a broadcasting network for everyone.
Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. Let SBS broadcast your sporting event. We have experience and can generate excitement and permanent digital memories for your team.
Tonight. That time, finally a goal for the Stampede!
We have professional videographers using high-definition modern-day cameras, color analysts, and play-by-play announcers with state-of-the-art, classy graphical scoreboards to keep you updated. Plus, we have commercials to advertise your team, club, or sponsor, and us. Plus, we do pregame and postgame interviews.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to the post-game show brought to you by Marion Central Catholic. My name's Kyle Smith. Well, my name doesn't matter. These young ladies matter. It's senior night as the Hurricanes win a battle down the stretch, 48-46.
Hi, I'm Carrie Kramer. I swim 50 breast, 50 free, and 100 back.
Whatever your sports broadcast needs, we are at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. Check us out and become part of the digital sporting world. Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. Instead of spending hundreds or thousands with all these college recruiting sites, let us put together your college highlight reel. For just a fraction of your potential college scholarship and significantly less than these recruiting services, we got this. In addition, we put together highlight reels for teams, including high school, your club team, or travel team.
My teammate gave me a great pass, and I just took it. The other team slashed me, took the opportunity, saw where the goalie was weak, and I just shot it there.
Solon, O'Connor, and Marsh back on defense. And Marsh gets a blowout. We got a breakaway at 2-0. A shot, and it's goal! So 3-3. The power play was officially over.
Whatever your sports broadcast needs, check us out at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. Check us out and become part of the digital world. Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. For those of you who would like to broadcast or live stream your event, or maybe make a highlight tape, but would like a sponsor to fund the event, SBS has a myriad of ways to advertise your sponsor during our broadcasts. We have commercials. We have on-air reads by the announcers.
Albatross Physical Therapy and Wellness specializes in pain-free.
We have graphics, and we have watermarks. Finally, Sports Broadcast Solutions can create a commercial for you or your sponsor. Whatever your sports broadcast needs, we are at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. Check us out and become part of the digital sporting world. Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. For those of you that just want raw footage of your sporting event, but no play-by-play or color commentary, you just need us to live stream video from the event over the internet. We will live stream your event on YouTube on our Sports Broadcast Solutions channel. In addition, we also have a dedicated channel on YouTube for live streaming at SBS Livestream. And if you need multiple channels, we can utilize Facebook Livestream and Instagram Live on our channel as well. Options include commercials from your sponsors, professional scoreboard graphics are still available, and of course, yes, pre- and post-game interviews are available as an option if you want.
We've been been working really hard this whole summer and stuff.
Whatever your sports broadcast needs, we are at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. Check us out and become part of the digital sporting world. Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. We broadcast sporting events for people of all ages, including adult leagues, high school leagues, and kids. Complete with professional-looking graphics, broadcasters, color analysis, and commercials. We do pre- and post-game interviews with the players. In addition, Sports Broadcast Solutions does highlight films, including college recruiting reels, highlight films you'd see on sports news programs, and just simply highlight films for fun. Sports Broadcast Solutions also provides raw footage and live streams if you'd like. Subscribe to us and listen to our professional talk videos about relevant topics in the pro and college ranks. Whatever your sports broadcast needs, contact us at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com and become part of the digital world. This is Sports Broadcast Solutions, a broadcasting network for everyone. Check us out at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com and become part of the digital sporting world.
Illinois' top-ranked orthopedic and spine practice, Midwest Orthopedics at Rush, is now in Joliet. See a world-class specialist close to home. To be your best, see the best.
There was a pile at the line of scrimmage, and I was just at the very bottom. All this pressure and weight was thrown onto my leg. I could feel it clicking and the bone like sliding across each other. Just couldn't handle it and broke. The people at IBJI were fantastic. We went into their walk-ins and we were able to get an x-ray in 5 minutes. My doctor talked to me like I was a friend rather than just a patient. He was very understanding, helping me stay motivated. My flexibility was actually better after my injury than it was before. There's not a lot of places like IBJI. It didn't even get me back to 100%, it got me to 110%.
Get convenient, affordable, same-day treatment at any of our Ortho Access locations. Visit ibji.com for more information.
Welcome to the post-game show brought to you by Sports Broadcast Solutions. A tough loss, 2-1 Providence Catholic. Their season unfortunately is over, but it was a fantastic one. They fell just short, 2-1 in the sectional championship game. Aubrey, one of the reasons it was a close game because of you. You tied it up with the goal to make it 1-1. It was fantastic. Top shelf.
Thank you. I'm proud of us and our team. We all worked together and we were close, and I'm proud of all of our seniors, and we'll miss them a lot.
What were your thoughts when they were up 1-0 and you guys just kept fighting back, and then finally you got it past Tilly to tie it up 1-1?
Oh, we did it together. All of our energy brought it together, and at halftime we knew what we had to do. We fell short.
Have you ever played against Gabriella Keurig before? 2 goals today. She's going to UIC in a couple years.
I haven't, no. She's a really good player.
Final thoughts about the season, about today. Obviously, it's not the result you wanted, but you guys played your hearts out. Lemont, there's a reason why they haven't lost since March.
Yeah, they're a really good team. I'm proud of our season and how all of us have played together. And again, the seniors, will miss them a lot.
Absolutely, especially Maggie Wolniakowski, a fantastic player.
Yes.
That does it for our excellent crew. For Bob Vilsaway, for Stephen Taylor, for Zach Stolpa, Logan Walker, and Scott Lynch, I'm Kyle Smith. We'll see you next time on SBS. Welcome to the post-game show brought to you by Sports Broadcast Solutions. I'm Kyle Smith, along with our SBS co-players of the game, Allison Tilley, and of course, Gabriella Keurig. They're going to the state quarterfinals, also known as the Super Sectional. After Aubrey Curry tied the score, what were you thinking?
Definitely had to come back. It was definitely our game, I think, overall. They came out really confident, but we knew we had it because we were playing really well. But overall, just knew we needed to get another one.
What did you work on in practice coming into this match? Because you seem so confident. A lackadaisical pass, you steal it, and then in the back corner of the net to make it 2-1.
That was all adrenaline, No thought about it, but just what we do in practice, always doing shots and stuff like that. So definitely that was good.
You were fantastic between the pipes tonight. One of the main reasons that you're advancing to the state quarterfinals. Did you know what your stat line was tonight?
No.
9 saves on 10 shots, 90% save percentage.
Oh my gosh. I started training on Monday, so I'm still out. It's out of my mind that that we're still in it right now.
It's Coach Prangen's last season. You guys are 3 wins away from giving him his first ever state champion.
Yeah, I'm extremely proud of the whole team. I'm proud of everything that we've worked on to get here at this point.
What did Coach Prangen work with you on practice to get ready for conditions like this? It's very hot, it's very humid, but it didn't seem to faze you today.
We've just been working on overall just shots on net for me, and then just them passing it through balls and all the tricky passes that we would have to make to get here.
When you were interviewed by the Chicago Tribune, you said that you wanted to play faster. You looked pretty darn fast today.
Yeah, we always practice how we would play in a game, and today we knew that it was going to be a fast pace. So obviously we trained for that the last couple of days, and here we go. We got the result. So.
Final thoughts about the win tonight? Is it the 24-hour mentality, celebrate tonight, then get ready for the quarterfinals tomorrow?
Yeah, I guess so, but we're going to be hard at work tomorrow morning at practice.
All right. That's our goalkeeper and our forward who scored the 2 goals, and Gabriella Keurig, Allison Tilley, the goalkeeper. 9 saves on 10 shots on goal. For our excellent crew, Bob Vilsaway, Scott Lynch, I'm Kyle Smith. We'll see you next time on SBS. Thank you very much.
Thank you.